where they teach me how to work in a lab, basically.
I see.
Yeah.
What, are you going to become a
researcher? I'm probably going. Probably going in the research brand. Maybe even tech development if I.
Forensic fucking laboratory.
Well, I could do that, but that's kind of very far left out of my field, right? But I mean, the techniques are the same, so I probably have to do another few courses on. I don't know actually, but I think I could get there, but it's not really what I'm interested in.
What are you interested in?
I would like to do research on the human brain. Yeah, that's basically where I want to go to.
That's actually one hell of a thing to research.
Yeah, it's like one of the big frontiers in science.
It is.
We know nothing about this weird fucking grey blob of matter in our own fucking heads.
Brain thinking about the brain is just the brain thinking about itself.
That is ultimately all we ever will know or are.
It's extremely meta as well. It's like a brain that is researching itself. It's like, what? I mean,
the brain is the only thing that named itself.
I mean, it can't even fucking like it can't get any more meta than that, right? I mean, it's like I can't even put this in words correctly. This is just how meta this is.
Oh, Milixon.
Yeah, I know. Are you getting raped?
No, I'm waiting for people to join.
Oh.
What are you playing? Men of questionable sexuality.
Yes, sexuality will be questioned tonight.
Mm-hmm. Augustus. There's Augustus.
He left about an hour ago.
Oh.
Send him game invites. Alex. Fuck you, don't walk and play this.
No, I don't want to play this right now.
Oh, play this right now.
No, I don't.
I've set it up especially for you.
Come on.
Especially for you.
You never do anything for me. You just do things for yourself, and then you claim you do it for me. That's how you work.
Yeah.
That's your modus operandi, Jaeger. I know you longer than yesterday.
Yep.
Dirty bastard.
That means you should come and play.
No, no.
Sorry, I have to break up with her because her mum came and caught me.
Oh, did you finger her asshole and then something
You did.
happened?
With both hands.
With both hands. with both fists.
Oh lordy. Oh Virgin Mary. Oh Lord of Jesus.
It's like
He's a
one of
very,
them,
very spacious asshole, I must
earth
say.
moving cranes that grabs sand up, just grabbing shit out of a fucking asshole.
Great that it's actually that conversation that clear on YouTube now. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about this.
So Hieronymus want a link to it.
Found myself an AK.
An AK.
An IK.
AK.
AK-47?
AK-47.
Oh.
Black market. AK. Oh, it's an AK-74.
Huh. In the Netherlands, we would call that an AK-47. Because we are special like that. 47. 47. Yes,
Yes.
because we speak very special language. It's different from the English, but it's a little bit look-alike.
Where is it? My Steam list?
Na 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 na, hey hey
Oh God, it's
hey,
Adam.
na na na.
Steve
Oh.
the World Eater. I read that as Stevie Wonder.
Didn't like the exact time code.
Yeah, I did. Just watch.
There you go, Hieronymus.
This?
You'll see.
It's amazing.
With.
What an asshole. Dude ran straight past me whilst I was looking at shit and got a gun.
Na na na, hey hey.
Dude, it's like he's getting good stuff up there.
Oh. What are you playing then, my dear kangaroo fucker? In case you misunderstood, that was your call sign, Carter.
What?
We would like. What are you doing?
Too busy shooting people, hold on.
What?
Hey. You're not on purpose. You are. Yeah, eat shit. I can do it too. What a story. We were having fun. I was doing my thing, and I'm like, doing your thing. And then he goes and elaborates. He elaborates. Like, yeah, we were spooning and shit, and then her mum like snuck downstairs and saw us.
That's actually a really big shame. So close.
He probably wasn't, to be honest. She probably did said to him, I'm actually on my period, or something stupid. And he would have got even more depressed and frustrated.
Oh dear.
Oh, did you listen? That's why you muted. Did you listen to that?
Yeah, well I can
It's
tell.
really fucking depressing, isn't it?
It is. Well, he took her out for lunch and everything is back in.
I love when people stick their head out the window.
Back on track.
Yeah, are you like on a train, Melixon? What is that noise?
Oh, what?
You're like making a wind noise, like you're.
Oh, sorry. Is
Yeah.
it better?
Just, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I put up the sensitivity of the microphone since Jaeger can't
Oh.
hear me loud enough because he wanted me to be louder for him or something. I don't know. Kind of gay.
Yes. So did you enjoy that, Hieronymus?
Yeah, it was quite amusing.
And then we all laughed at him.
Yeah. You guys were as sympathetic as I thought you would have been.
You know, like he's like, you know, I was doing my thing, and it's like, doing your thing. Yeah. We were having a good time. We were spooning and shit. Then our mom like stuck downstairs and saw us. No, I have to break up with her. Sounded like so defeated. That was the best part, I thought.
Well,
He doesn't have to
mom's
break
not
up
very
with
good
her.
Well,
looking.
like, what the fucking hell? If you leave two fucking teenagers alone in a fucking room, what does she think was going to be
Especially
happening?
one that's like completely wants, like, is actually fucking asking for it, like to the point where he's like, and is staying on a younger girl for this purpose.
Come on, how much younger is she again? Like 2 years or something? Oh.
Yeah, I don't think that's really the issue. It's
No, because fucking Adam can prey on anything to save his fucking life. He could be a paedophile if he needed to save him, for fuck's sake.
It
When you
would
said-
be a very effectual pedophile. I
When
don't
you
think
said
so.
prey, I thought of like how a cat lowers its body when it's stalking a bird, and Adam's doing that.
Is that how he does it?
What?
It's like shaking its ass a wee bit before it like jumps on
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like flat to the ground.
Yeah. Like really wide-eyed. That's Adam.
Yeah, it's like you fucking eyes go black like Target acquired.
Being narrated by David Attenborough.
And here you see the Adam doing its mating call.
Wanna fuck me, buddy?
He has his quarry in his sights.
You want some fuck?
What the fuck?
That's Adam. Want some fuck?
What the fuck?
You want some fuck?
Yes. I want to fuck you in the ass.
Oh.
Oh. Bryce Ramos didn't take me up on the offer. But, is every time he comes on TeamSpeak, he's a story about his, like, newest failure.
Well, it's a story as old as the hills, isn't it? Teenage boys failing at sex. That's basically what it is, isn't it?
I think it's Americans failing at life.
Is he still a
That's
teenage
wrong.
boy though? Is it still?
17.
Oh yeah, okay. Right.
Unless the Dutch count differently.
No, we have the same numerical system.
I like the way he said her mum was unattractive, and I'm like, yep. You've got to look forward to that when she gets.
And then he's like, oh no, she didn't look anything like her mom. And I'm like, not yet. You gotta let her wrinkle a bit. You know? It's the fucking vagina needs to sag a few times after you know, have kids eventually, after the test tube babies. Because if that's the only way you're gonna have to do it, Adam, at this point.
I was having a
Chip bumps and
conversation
vagine.
with my old dear about her teeth and why she had such bad teeth, or why she gets bad teeth and just keep going to the dentist. And I said, well, every time you have a child, you deposit some calcium in that child to give them their calcium. And she goes, oh, so it's your fault. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, you fucked that up, didn't you? So Adam, to fix all of his
I
frustrations.
remember when Adam believed that I had a friend that stood on a landmine in Afghanistan.
Oh, we've made him feel really guilty about a load of stuff. I think he said he fucked my mum once, and I said she'd been blown up by an IRA terrorist.
Oh, that's fucking harsh. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, fucking that changed his fucking tune fairly quickly.
Yeah,
done with,
I
right?
bet.
Well, you know, you could assume that, couldn't you?
Fucking lovely.
Yeah.
No, he's so naive. Fucking
He is.
hilarious.
He's so
It's
innocent.
really weird.
And so
I don't know
dumb.
if it's innocence or it's just like stupidity. A lot of it is. I mean, anybody that likes the Transformers movies has to be a fucking idiot.
I like the first one.
No, I don't.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
They ruined my childhood.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. Transformers
they?
used to be cool and edgy, but now it's just fucked.
Transformers used to be like a good ad for plastic toys, and now it's an ad for special effects and Michael Bay.
No, there's Transformers the movie, the cartoon movie, was brilliant.
Oh, it's great because they say shit in it once.
Shit!
I couldn't
Shit.
give a shit.
We used up the one swear word. No. I like the way they give the kid gets his dad's armor or something, like, or who is it that gets the power armor thing?
Wonder if they're ever
After
gonna
his
make
like parent is brutally murdered and he's completely fine with getting his fucking gear.
Wonder if they're ever gonna make a Biker Mice from Mars live action movie.
Oh. Cinema is kind of depressing at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm dangerously cold. This isn't good.
Are you still playing Elite, Hieronymus?
Yeah, I am. Just
We could have played something fun together.
I'm too tired to do anything else.
Yeah, you're always too fucking tired. Look, what age are you? For fuck's sake.
I'm a working man, alright?
Uh-huh. I'm sure you are. At least to the boyfriend. He's the fucking immigrant, not you. He has to do all the hard work. Not how the caste system from in Gujarat works.
I'm pretty sure Ronmus is one of those one of these white guilt cocked liberals.
Is he cocked? Yeah,
who's
holy
probably
fuck.
like
Cocked.
a slave to his black
Immigrant
slave,
boy.
right? Yeah.
That's actually a fucking. Is he Hindu?
Culturally, yeah. He doesn't.
What's his? Well, okay. Who's a culturally Hindu extremist who wants the domination of the Hindu people over everyone else.
The domination of the Hindu people over everyone else.
Yeah, they're technically Aryans according to the Nazis, so I guess it works.
Are they Aryans? Yeah. Oh, that's.
Yeah, why do you think they were friendly with the Indians and the Iranians?
Oh, that's.
They're technically Aryans.
Oh, that's
in terms
weird.
of race. Yeah.
That doesn't.
But
make
Germany
any sense.
supported the like trying to overthrow the
Systematic
British and India and shit.
infection.
Speaking of AIDS, Augustus isn't here, is he?
Did he contract AIDS?
No, he just is it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's AIDS. Oh.
Rip
He's
Augustus. I love Augustus, but I
Everybody
also
Freddie Mercury in it.
it gets to the point where I'm sitting and I'm like live streaming my work of tanks, and I'm trying to speak, but Jaeger's too busy fucking singing.
Yeah, stop being a cunt.
AIDS.
And I'm sitting and I'm playing my World of Tanks, and it's silent in the TeamSpeak, and you know there's somebody watching my chat, and then Augustus says "fuck." It's like it's really quiet, and it starts out, and then he's like, "For fuck's sake, fucking noob! Oh my god, why the fuck isn't this working?" It's like Jesus.
I'm
fucking
going to admit defeat now.
calm
like
the
a true Viking.
if there's one thing Augustus can't do, it's keep
Just
calm and
save
carry
fast.
fucking on.
The safest is a screen with Rainbow Six Siege on it.
Oh, so depressing.
But they
Also,
did,
remember that one time the car that blew up his motorbike in GTA?
Yes.
That fucking triggered him.
That was fun.
I thought he left for like a month or something. It's like I was fucking angry.
One thing I don't like about Augustus is he gets angry far too quickly, and I'm sitting there and all I'm hearing is him getting really fucking pissed off at someone in GTA, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, let it go, let it go. Don't put up with that bullshit anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's a trait he inherited from the true Vikings. Quick to anger or something.
No, they wouldn't admit defeat, they would die in battle.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the
Augustus
thing,
with
yeah.
Theo Greyjoy into the fucking water off the boat. He would have been defeat like Theon.
Save me!
Alfie Allen, save me. Your sister's a crazy bitch in real life.
Yes, she is.
You liked her fucking music too.
There's nothing wrong with artistic merit where merit is due, but then I can give a fuck about her politics.
Where merit is due.
My god.
Jesus.
Doesn't like you.
I still like the fact she made a song about her brother and like taking the piss out of him, and now he probably makes more money than she does and is in Game of Thrones.
What were we talking about?
Also in John
Lily
Wick.
Allen.
Oh, is it the one of the actors? Is it
Theon
one of the
Greyjoy.
brother? Oh, I didn't know that.
His name's Alfie Allen.
Oh, he doesn't really look like Lily Allen, though, does he? No, not really.
No, he looks fucking ugly as fuck.
He looks like a Chihuahua that's crossbreed.
Got hit by a fucking car.
chimpanzee, and then he
Chihuahua.
came out. Yeah, look, he's like these big bulging eyes, right? Fucking slender, ready face.
You know, the funny thing about, I was thinking about
Maybe a bit
TVs.
like an angry chicken.
No, that's Augustus.
Verstanden.
Only because in her song or something, she's like, there's I think there's like a comparison video between like the TV censored version where they like censor smoking weed. British TV's fucking weird. They'll censor like shit of people smoking weed, but then they won't censor people swearing.
Censor nunchucks.
Yep.
Why in Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles there are no nunchucks, and you're not allowed to say ninja.
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
It's the Chinese knockoff.
No, that's ours. Everyone else gets ninja, we get hero.
Yeah.
You guys fucking suck.
Nah, not in Northern Ireland we didn't.
Did
Do they have a live action animated fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles these days?
That's CG
That's the
shit.
cool thing. Yeah, they did that with Thunderbirds.
Would you like to know something really interesting about the original live action TMNT film?
The films from the 90s.
Well, no, it's the original indie film. It was all independently funded and it made fucking shit tons of money. The first, like, mainstream.
Star Wars. I'm really joking. Star Wars. Fucking memes.
Why would you fuck them?
Well, I'd fuck Pepe.
Yeah, I mean, Pepe.
For the cause.
Well, Pepe's a god. Why would you do that?
Well, I'm sorry, but people who use Pepe memes can get sued now, apparently.
What, really?
Well, they can.
No, the owner of the rights of Pepe the Frog is apparently going to start suing people, even though his fucking Pepe the Frog's been a meme for like 10 years.
Did you hear about that court case? PETA took photographer. There's a famous photo of a macaque that took a selfie.
Oh yeah.
No. And they were trying to see whether the monkey had rights. To
they sued the photographer, claiming that it was the intellectual property resided with the monkey.
You hear about.
And they spent thousands of pounds, or probably tens of thousands of pounds, trying to prove this point and ruined this poor fucking photographer's life. Simply so that they could make a point.
What about the monkey's rights?
What about the monkey's fucking rights? What a fucking joke.
Like, it's like, how are you gonna give it royalties?
Well,
fruit
exactly.
You're gonna go back
think
to the fucking tree and give it like baskets of fruit every day? What the?
Yeah, I mean, it was just such a venal and pointless waste of money.
Those the court case.
This guy's profiting from a monkey's hard work. Like, what the fuck off?
The monkey doesn't know
It's the same.
Thankfully, the courts realised it was ridiculous. So he said he can keep the vast majority of the royalties. He's just got to donate a small proportion of them to some
fucking monkey
and some animal cause. Not specifically
it's
that
the same
monkey.
Reason the Count Dankula case is a waste of Scottish taxpayer money, because he's being tried for. They're doing hate crime charges on him because his pug in a YouTube video raised its paw in a Hitler speech when he said Sieg Heil, and it was a funny joke. And then he got arrested for hate crime, and he's now in a 9-month court case or something about whether or not it's a hate crime for the pug to say Sieg Heil.
For the
or do a Sieg Heil arm. It's like, what a waste of fucking money.
You could say Sieg Heil and do the salute at the same time.
I'd be very impressed
if a monkey can have intellectual property rights, then a dog can take responsibility for its own racist actions.
Well, yeah, it's such a waste of money, isn't it?
There, yeah. I think we should jail the pug for being...
It's funny because it's an open and shut case, yet they've suspended his case
I hope
November.
the pug's being tried at Nuremberg.
No,
that's set to the doggy gas chamber, for fuck's sake.
Fucking hanging the pug.
Takes a little cyanide pill from one of his hollow molars.
And then it says Hail Hydra as it's dying.
Ron, let's look at that Twitter link. There's Count Dankula being arrested.
Hang on a sec.
He's loving it. Hi, I'm Peter Weller. And this is Charlottesville Conspiracies. Peter Weller. You like that Twitter thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's just smiling as he gets arrested. It's funny because there's an article written about it in one of the newspapers, and he's it says something about how he trained his dog to be a Nazi and shit, and how his girlfriend he never expected this to happen, and about how he's like such a fucking racist and shit. And every time
to be a Nazi.
yeah, and every time the newspaper fucking like takes a picture of him, he just looks at them smugly and smiles. Yeah, the newspaper said that he trained his dog to obey Hitler, and he said to the newspaper, "You know, right, that Hitler's been dead. You know that? You know Hitler's dead, right?"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
How the fuck would you train a dog to obey Hitler?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure dogs can't have political beliefs.
It was a funny meme. Is pretty much what he made of the dog doing a Zig Heil, and now he's being prosecuted for hate crime. It just doesn't make any sense. Such a waste of money, in my opinion.
But it's also such a strange, like, oversensitive culture we've become, right? We're actually prosecuting this kind of shit. Like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, apparently, it's like... I wonder what, like, the average person thinks of this, right?
I think the average person thinks it's ridiculous.
Because we're here in our little fart bubble, and we all think this is weird, but...
Fart bubble.
No, I think anybody in their right mind would think this is a ridiculous waste of money. They might think, what the fuck, why would you bother training a dog to fucking salute?
For the
When you say
memes,
Sieg
man,
Heil.
anything for the memes.
And it might raise some questions about whether this guy could be doing something more productive with his life.
He makes YouTube videos.
I don't think it's a criminal offence.
The Melixon does have a point of like, how come everybody's such a bitch these days? I mean, you can't even say, even when you're quoting somebody saying the word nigger, you can't say nigger because you might fucking upset somebody.
Yeah, no. The problem is the world is full of everyone's become far too extreme and everyone's become far too sensitive. That's the two main problems. There's no such thing as discourse anymore. There's no such thing as moderate thought. There's no such thing as somebody being even willing to listen to a different opinion and having their opinion swayed. It's like you're either with me or you're an enemy or you're against me.
Prequel memes here, holy shit.
I also feel a bit like we don't have any real problems anymore, we just have to make up shit.
Maybe the internet throws these fucking extremists into public view, and actually the vast majority of people are just going around their business, buying their eggs
Well,
and
that's
their
my
milk
opinion on fucking
doing their usual things and just looking at all this ridiculous extremism on the internet.
That's how I feel about
bunch of
fucking Charlottesville
idiots.
at the end of the day. Is like the average person doesn't give a fuck. Like, no one cares.
Well, I think something about like Charlottesville people would care. That's a slightly
it's like,
different situation.
it's not a huge, it's not as a, like, the idea of the Nazis supposedly taking over the American government and shit, like, is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, well, anybody who thought that's obviously an idiot. But I think everyone's becoming increasingly polarised, and it's either like you're either one of the extreme ends of the spectrum, and you're like, for example, if you're an SJW kind of lefty. I mean, I consider myself to be left-winger.
Yeah, we're more like liberals, right? We're not like...
Well, yeah, which is where the left wing really should always, and historically always has been. But now, unless you're an extreme left-winger, basically you're a fucking fascist Nazi.
Yeah, if you're not bashing the bash in the street, you're not doing it right, guys.
Yeah.
Can't be in the middle anymore.
No.
Because if you're in the middle, you get the bullet as well.
You can be gay and have a black boyfriend and you're still a fucking Nazi. It's like...
Yeah.
Yes, if you're on the left,
if
you're in the middle
if
for
you're gay
the
with a
left,
black
see you as a
boyfriend, but you've got an
Nazi.
issue with feminism, then you're a fascist. If you're
It's all real charming stuff, isn't it?
Hopefully it'll all blow over and doesn't just actually get any bigger. Doubt it, but third wave feminism doesn't need to exist. Because there really isn't anything for them left to fight for.
Oh, there's plenty of them to fight for, just not here. You know, just
oh yeah, they can fuck off in the Middle East.
Or some shit, you know? What the...
Yeah.
There's plenty of places they can actually do something good, right? But...
Yeah. International feminism is a cause that needs to be fought, not in Western democracies.
For the most part. Look, I'm...
No, there's some change, yeah. I think there is some way to go. But... it's not something
there's abortion laws and shit in places.
Like, if they think they're being oppressed now, they should look overseas and see how good they have it.
Well, no, they don't care, because these people really aren't in it at the end of the day for feminism. These people are in it to make money. That's it.
Well, you know, well, that's a very cynical way of looking at it.
I look at it because I need a Sarkeesian fucking
they want the cause to fight for, and they've latched onto a cause that's basically one anyway.
The thing is, a lot of these people jump from cause to cause. So they jump from atheism to feminism, or they jump from this to that.
Atheism plus the Gamergate Trump bash.
Because they follow the money. At the minute, being a social justice warrior and bashing Trump and bashing the fash is where the money's at. I mean, Anita Sarkeesian got fat because of all of the money she made and all the food she ate.
She's
no
fat
joke.
Now? Yeah, she's fat now.
Yeah, she got big. He was slim before, and then she got fatter.
She's a bit chunky.
Yeah, because of all of that fucking capitalism. They're, you know, so willing to fight against. I just find it funny that in 2017 we're having to remind people that communism was bad. It's fucking silly.
No, sometimes it feels like we have to also remind people that Nazism is bad, but I think this is the problem.
I think you have to remind people far less. Because I think there's a lot of awareness in terms of like the Nazis killing all the Jews.
Well, the president,
just trust in
without wishing to start an argument, it seems the President of the United States isn't particularly aware that Nazis are bad.
In what way?
Well, you said that there were many fine people protesting on both sides.
Is that a direct quote? Is that a direct quote?
He described as many fine people, yeah. Anyway, I'm not willing to start that conversation anyway. I agree that yes, the left wing are equally as fascistic and unwilling to listen to basic reason as the right wing.
It's because you're either with us or against us now. If you're not with the far left, like ideals, then you're a Nazi for some fucking reason. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and likewise, if you're not a fucking member of Kyrgyzstan or Kyrgyzstan or whatever it is, then you're a SJW fucking snowflake. You can't just be somebody with a moderate mindset and a liberal attitude towards letting other people go about their own business and do their own thing. But everyone wants to fucking try and control everybody else's thoughts and beliefs.
You missed that the other night, Hieronymus, when you left. It was really funny because we were talking about atheism, and it was about, and Cloudbreaker said that if he was stuck somewhere and he wanted a society to live in, he would rather live in a religious society because they are more morally superior.
What? Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's what I said, yeah. I thought that was a fucking stupid statement.
That is a stupid statement.
I said, how can you say that religious people are more morally superior? He's like, oh, because atheists are fucking like, oh,
that's such an American thing to say.
Beliefs.
It is. It's such an insane thing to say.
I don't need religion to be a moral person.
Nobody does.
Well, it's hypocritical to think you're morally superior to someone, and then you deny somebody a basic right to their own fucking body.
Well, the idea that the morals come purely from the Bible or from the Word of God is absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, everybody was immoral before they had the Bible.
Well, and the fact that fucking most of our laws and our moral outrage is directed against things the Bible has absolutely no say about whatsoever.
Also, if you look like the Ten Commandments, rape is not even among them.
Rape isn't among them. Child rape isn't among them. What? So does that mean that that's okay?
Apparently.
If that's the arbiter of our fucking, if that's the north of our moral compass, then what the fuck?
We're fucked.
We're fucked. No, everybody's outraged by fucking child rape because it's fucking wrong.
Catholic Church
it's fucking wrong, and it doesn't matter whether you're an atheist, a Buddhist, a fucking Muslim, or a Christian. Well, maybe if you're a Muslim.
Well, if you're a Muslim, it's okay.
I can't remember what Cloud's point was. I think it was something that I can't remember what it is, but
well, it's the point of a moron and someone who hasn't read anything.
Well, his argument is that atheists aren't very accepting of religious people, and it's a similar thing of if you're not...
that's kind of a blanket statement. I mean, you'll probably have atheists that are fairly accepting of... I mean, even I consider myself sometimes a bit of a militant atheist, but I'll still accept that you believe something.
Well, yeah, I don't walk up to somebody in the street because they're a Christian.
I'm not gonna start punching Christians or some shit, right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm going to start telling Christians they can't get to church or they have to stop doing something. But they're quite willing to tell me that I've got to stop fucking shagging my boyfriend if I fucking want to.
Pope Alexander the Sixth, was it? Religious people just fucking annoy me. Barely. I walked past a bunch of people holding out a fucking... They stood there in this like alleyway and they had these leaflets and it says something like angels on it, and I just fucking rolled my eyes and walked on like fucking hell, go away.
There's some of them right near my house, they're always there.
It's like, go away, nobody wants you here, like, no one gives a fuck. If people cared, then they would be taking your leaflet. Everyone's ignoring you because they have more important things to worry about, rather than if their chakras and their religious beliefs are in fucking balance.
About a month ago, we had a few of these weirdos handing out student Bibles, like...
You know in school, secondary school, whenever you're a first year, there's a big assembly and you get a Gideon Bible. You know that? Everybody gets a Bible.
No, that's not something we do here.
No, it's something we do here. Everybody got a Bible. I thought that was fucking ridiculous. Completely against that.
They should give you a Bible, but also a copy of Dawkins' book, The Selfish Gene or something, or The God Illusion.
Yeah.
No, they should give you a fucking
Darwin's The Origin of Species.
Christopher Hitchens' book about fucking God. What's it called? God is not great. Religion poisons everything. I've listened to... I don't really read audiobooks, or well, read like many political books, and I don't really listen to audiobooks. I correct myself, but it was read by Christopher Hitchens, so I was like, oh, I might give this a go actually, you know. He's easy to listen to, and it's a book he's designed more for religious people to listen to. The idea being that when you read it, and then it's to get you to question your beliefs, you know what I mean? Like, it talks about it poisoning everything, and about how it's a hypocritical fucking thing, and that religious people are just, it poisons and ruins everything pretty much. No matter what it is, like, religion always finds a way to fucking fuck stuff up, or about how, like, there's various stupid fucking... It's quite interesting. He talks, you know, about religions hating pork. Something he talks about, like ham is hated among loads of religions, and he says a lot of it's based off of pigs resembling humans quite a bit or whatever.
I always thought it was because pig meat has a tendency to spoil quicker. Like most of, that's what I always thought. Yeah. If you look at most of the foods that are like not pure, they're like shellfish and shit. There's also stuff you can get really sick from, right? So it's like.
Yeah, but he also talks about in a way that it's possible that pigs weirdly resemble humans in a way, and like killing them feels fucking weird. He also talks about circumcision and shit, about how that's fucking retarded, and like
that is retarded.
Doesn't need to happen, and I'm completely against that. Like, if somebody wants to get circumcised, or if it's like medically has to happen, then fine.
Watch a video on YouTube, and they do it when they're circumcising an infant. And there's absolutely no way you could say that it's not fucking genital mutilation and exactly, well, not exactly the same, but almost as bad as female genital mutilation. It's a fucking abhorrent practice. It's ridiculous. For medical reasons, obviously, there's a necessity, then fine if it's done in...
You can ask Adam all about that.
In a hospital.
Well, even in Adam's case, it wasn't a necessity. That's the funny part. But there's a big stigma in America. The big stigma in America that people need to get circumcised. That's because of people like fucking Kellogg's trying to stop people from masturbating.
He had a problem, didn't he? In that it was.
Yeah, but you could resolve the problem.
So, well, maybe through other means,
without having to cut it off.
Surgery, but it needed to be resolved apparently. But yeah, I mean, it's barbaric. No, just to do it for no reason.
You know, in America, it started because of people like Kellogg's, though, trying to stop people from masturbating.
Yeah, so
they thought that if you cut off someone's fucking foreskin, they'll have less fucking drive to masturbate. It's like, no, that's not how chemicals work.
Well, I mean, I think it was more mechanical point, right? I mean, if you're gonna like make the penis more sensitive or more, it's gonna be more painful for you to masturbate, right? So it's maybe
this is why people will fucking lube it up, then.
Okay, well.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure people in the 20s would have figured that out.
Back in 10 minutes, boys.
Alright.
Oh dear.
I think he's gonna get a blowjob.
Dancing religious.
Well, I did like when Cloudbreaker said he'd rather live in a religious community because they're more accepting, and I just laughed.
That's right.
Yeah, he was there, I think.
He always says stupid shit, right?
So I was like, religious people are the most intolerant fucking... They may not show it openly, but they really are. I mean, technically we're intolerant of religious people by fucking just shitting on them, but I let them fucking exist.
Well, I mean, but what
and I'm fine with them fucking being a thing.
What's the extent of our intolerance then, really? I mean, we maybe like mock them a little bit because they're we mock them a lot because these are just stupid. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I would never get violent towards a religious person.
No, God, no.
Yeah, right. So I mean, is that like true intolerance, really?
No, I mean, I'd be happier in a world without them.
Very tolerant for just letting people believe like extremely stupid shit that's actually harmful to us in a way.
But like flat Earth.
Yeah, like flat Earth, or fucking that we're going to hell for just not believing in our fairy tale.
I always struggle to comprehend how anybody can believe in a god.
No, I mean,
growing up,
I don't know.
in a religious, like, surrounded by religious stuff, and like, growing up in a pretty neutral background, but still being surrounded in schools and shit by it is fucking weird, you know?
Mm.
My parents didn't really give a shit. I really appreciate, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I went to a school that, you know, there was prayers and assembly, and it was all about teaching good Christian values, even though it wasn't really a religious school. And I went to a secondary school that handed you a Bible out in like your 4th day there, you know? Like drilling it into people. Fucking terrible. Then to top it all, my RE teacher says there's no proof for evolution.
What does RE stand for?
Religious education.
That should be like a religious indoctrination.
But yeah, I disagree. That class is compulsory. Not good. I always had a problem with. What if I don't want to have to sit and listen to your bullshit all day?
Mm.
I just usually just sat there and did fuck all and laughed at.
What is one thing that is a definite same thing when it comes to a magazine and in the Bible? They were both written by someone.
Here lies the problem. At least a science paper can get peer reviewed. About peer reviewing the fucking Bible. Back in fucking time. That's it too, like the Bible's a bunch of fucking stories written within almost like up to 60 years between the actual events happening. Too. Like the whole idea that supposedly the dead are like arose whenever Jesus was resurrected is fucking ridiculous. And then the RE teacher being like, and there's definite proof of this happening, and then he doesn't cite his proof. You know? There's loads of books. There's loads of books talking about how the dead rose in Jerusalem after Jesus was resurrected, and loads of people saw this. It's like, okay, If loads of people saw it, then where are the accounts? Where are the written accounts? Because you saying it happened doesn't mean it happened.
There's no actual contemporary account of Jesus existing. There's actually now this guy Richard Carrier. He's like a Bible scholar, and he's actually questioning if Jesus existed at all, right? Because there's no out of the Bible. There's nothing. There's no proof. Like he's not the only historical or supposed to be historical character. There's no like hard proof for that they ever existed. But for him, it's kind of especially curious case because it's supposedly was
like
a very well-known Jewish healer and lesser-known Jewish healer that Jewish healers that were active at the time in the same area are recorded. So why wasn't he recorded there outside contemporary sources? No, that's fucking weird.
Is this Carrier guy anyway? Is he
You should watch some of his lectures. It's fucking great. I'll link you some of the shit. It's really good.
No, he's an atheist activist.
Well,
blogger.
He used to be a Christian, and then he changed to like a atheist.
That's interesting. No, I'll definitely check some of the shit out. But it is true. I mean, Jesus existing and like the whole point of his fucking stories, kind of funny because when you look at the account of like the foundation of Rome between Romulus and Remus, I mean they supposedly descended from the fucking gods. You know what I mean? They supposedly descended from the gods and then founded Rome as the kings of Rome. And the whole like sources and all, like we were confident these two people existed, possibly. At least one, Romulus, maybe existed. But the fact of whether they were descended from the fucking gods themselves, there's no writings, I don't think, about it. There's no proof for it, because obviously it's impossible for anybody to fucking descend from the gods, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean?
Here, this one's pretty good. There are more lectures where he even like fleshes out one of the arguments still, but this one is pretty good.
I mean, what if the execution or like the judging, or you know where what's his face?
Pilate.
There was two Jesuses that technically that day.
Yeah, that's right. There was Jesus,
as well. Jesus Barabbas is his name.
Yeah, right.
He was a Jew.
There's actually,
Zionist.
He actually makes a point about that. There's there is a Jewish
the part of the Jewish zealot group that were like opposing Roman rule.
No, there's this Jewish custom at the time where you have like two goats. One you sacrifice to God.
And the other you let free.
Which
is the idea of Jesus was the one that was sacrificed.
I mean, come on, that's really gonna just happen, right? It's fucking.
Just happen to have two guys in prison.
Both named Jesus. One is gonna get selected by the fucking populace to set free, and the other one's gonna get executed. Which is not.
Just happens one of them's loved by the people because he's like a zealot fighting for the freedom of fucking Jerusalem and shit.
Which, by the way, was it in no other recorded instance was it the tradition of Romans to actually like set people free on special holidays? They didn't do that.
I mean they may allow your culture and your religion to flourish in their empire, but no way did they enforce the laws of your fucking culture. They enforced Roman law.
Yeah.
Roman law applied to everybody. Like you can go to the synagogue.
And if you didn't like it, you could get fucked.
You could get fucked.
Hello, Hieronymus.
Hello.
Heard about whether Jesus existed. We're talking about like a load of the bullshit. What'd you say?
I said just grappling with the small questions.
What small questions?
Being sarcastic at whether Jesus existed.
That's quite a big question, do you reckon?
Maybe. I think you probably
depends on what you're on about, I guess.
Well, most historians agree there was probably a man called Jesus who
Hitler.
There's plenty of historical evidence for the existence of Hitler.
Sorry.
Nah,
called
there
Jesus, who may have obviously been some kind of, or claimed to be a prophet of some
No,
kind.
it's actually most historians that are not like biased because they're Christian or
It's the
because that's-
biblical scholars that maintain that
Yeah,
Jesus
that's- yeah.
existed.
Yeah, that's
Historians
what I
are
mean.
and their sources are only based on the Bible. There's no contemporary source
There's
that
no
actually.
corroborating evidence, is there? No.
No, there's nothing. There's literally
Usually-
nothing except for the Bible.
when it comes to this, the
So
historians
you
that
saying you
are...
don't think there was anyone?
No, look, and I'll explain exactly to you why. There is actually evidence that there are pre-Christian sects that actually, like prayed to an angel called, right, like a celestial being called Jesus. And now the theory is that he probably later got humanized. Humanized basically made him human and it gave him a place into history. And that's
entirely possible, considering
that's
the
right,
council of...
I mean, I don't have of Nicaea.
Yes, where they removed
Yeah.
a load of shit from the Bible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a strong opinion about it, and to be fair, I don't really care. I mean, it'd be interesting to know if there was a specific person about whom this fallacy is all based.
No, but there's another thing, right? You would like there's this guy called Josephus of somewhere in Israel. I don't know where he's from, but he's like a Jewish sort of a diplomat that was actually recording what was happening in the area where Jesus was from at the time that Jesus was alive, right? And he actually noted multiple like faith healers from that area from that time, but he never mentioned Jesus. Never.
Interesting.
That's fucking weird.
And exactly contemporaneous, was he? Exactly the same time.
Well, it was about 36 years off, but still he recorded like stories about faith healers that were like from Jesus' time, right? But like not Jesus himself. How?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, the evidence is probably very flimsy.
Pretty sure the Romans have little evidence to suggest that he fucking existed too, if
Well,
I
this
remember
is interesting in
correctly.
itself, because the Romans were fucking great recorders of everything. They wrote loads of
Yeah,
shit down.
they run an empire runs on paper.
The problem with that is that like there were a few fires down the line, right? Rome itself, and I'm not sure how they like. If they
Well, yeah, but depending on how significant he was, it should have been written down in a few different.
But they would have certainly recorded like weird instances, like all the fucking Jews in Jerusalem, dead Jews in Jerusalem rising up after Jesus died or some shit like that, right? That would be fucking noteworthy, but no fucking recordings of that
I
shit.
mean, I always thought it was ridiculous, the idea that Moses supposedly crossed the Red fucking Sea. Does anybody... Well, yeah. First of all, does anybody... I can't remember what part they cross at, but even still, it's incredibly fucking big. Like, you might not look at it from Google Maps, but it is, you know?
What's that thing I read about where they reckon some sort of tsunami had happened, and as they were sitting on the side of the bank...
Oh, it's yeah, it's actually a possibility. I know what you're talking about. It is.
Yeah, I mean, there's
It's a phenomenon that can happen.
there are natural phenomena that can explain it, but surely it's far more likely that it's just all complete bollocks.
Yeah.
Well, no, they said a volcano or something had erupted, and then there was an earthquake, and the thingies have rescinded because of the tsunami that happened, and then they just walked across while the...
Yeah. But as Star was saying, though, I mean, during a tsunami, the seas obviously recede, but not for a huge amount of time. And I don't know how wide the Red Sea is, but it's probably take a few hours to walk across it.
It's fucking bigger enough.
Okay, they crossed one of the inlets from the Red Sea at Sinai, not the Suez, but the other one. Okay. How many people crossed? Like 2 million or something ridiculous?
No, I don't think so.
How many people was it?
I think like 30,000 or something. I don't know. I will check for you. How many Jews crossed the Sinai?
Well, I'm googling it.
How many Jews were gassed? What?
How many Jews in the Exodus? 600,000 men on foot. Besides women and children, the men on foot, number 600,000, would have only included able-bodied military men. People of Israel have been living in Egypt for 430 years after a lengthy dispute with the pharaohs. This is taken from the Bible, by the way, but...
I also heard somewhere that if you would actually line up these 600,000 people, that they would actually form like a straight line from the place where they started off to the place where they eventually ended up. But that's also kind of weird. In the sense, I mean, like, that they've been wandering through the desert for 40 years. Like, how?
Yeah, I find that funny that how 600,000 people would wander through the desert for 40 years without, like, knowing where the fuck they're going.
Yeah.
Only for
Well,
Moses
yeah.
to go up
You want
onto
me
the
to,
sky
Well,
mountain.
and the desert's big, but it's not that big. If you wander
No,
around the
it
desert for 40 years, you'd have to be going around in fucking circles.
And
before you actually found somewhere
and
that
if you're
wasn't
wandering the
desert.
desert and there's 600,000 people, how do you
Well,
feed
where are
them
you
all?
gonna
It's
get
the
your
desert.
food and your water and all your shit?
It's the
right?
Well,
desert.
yeah,
Like,
for
what if I
60,000
told you?
people.
What if I blow
You're
your
just gonna
fucking
drink
mind?
each other's pee for 40 years?
I'm
Like,
You're gonna mention aliens, I
I'm
know.
gonna blow your mind. What if I told you that
Ancient
the pyramid
aliens.
was powered by the Ark of the Covenant, and the Ark of the Covenant was a nuclear reactor, and then the Jews took the nuclear reactor that was in the Ark of the Covenant with them into the desert, and they used it to produce algae in their manna machine, and then
What?
every Sunday they had to clean out the reactor.
What the fuck are you on about?
No, wait, this is a proper theory. They have to clean out the Ark of the Covenant in the manna machine, and whenever people would open the Ark of the Covenant, they would get radiation type sickness things. And then
Alright, this is the end of Indiana
hangnails
Jones
would come
here.
out. No, I'm not kidding you. It's a legitimate theory. I'm not kidding you.
What
Well,
the
it's
fuck?
bullshit, right?
I'm not kidding you.
It's also very convenient that the Ark of the Covenant just kind of disappeared after the
They also,
destruction of
some
Jerusalem.
say that the Ark of the Covenant
Alright,
powered
Jeremy.
the pyramid.
Look, we
the
don't care about
pyramid
your
gave,
pseudoscience shit, because it's just as bad as
No,
Flat
but it's
Earth.
great. It's great.
It's not, it's just as
great
fucking
as
bad.
fucking fiction. It's amazing.
But-
People
Yeah,
don't
I- I-
understand.
I think the true explanation is the Jews are like the lizard people, and they do not need so much moisture and food,
Like-
so they can just go into hibernation in the desert, right? I think that's
People
it.
not understand that, like, we would know if the Jews had some sort of higher, like, we would know if any ancient civilization had any access to higher fucking technology, because there would most likely be fucking evidence of it. And it's the same reason we're pretty confident that there was no other civilizations on this fucking planet since we came along, because we would have evidence of it.
Well, we
This
still
shit
have
survives.
we still have Antarctica to search. You know, maybe there's some ancient Nazis under there.
Oh
no.
lord.
Nazi
So,
Germany did
just-
have a claim to a
just
piece of Antarctica.
To bring
Mm.
the conversation back to slightly more sensible level,
Please.
I recently read Richard Dawkins' The Greatest Show on Earth. He made quite an interesting little point in there about talking about biblical stories. He was talking about the Noah's flood and how
Oh god, how it floods the whole world.
and how creationists try to explain the different strata of fossils and why you have certain animals on lower levels.
Oh, I
than
told
others.
you how though, right? Basically,
Well,
the
I mean,
fossils are
that's-
planted by the devil.
No.
They float on body size. or something.
Their argument is that the animals that were able to run quicker or climb higher were the ones that got above, and then the slower moving or the sea-bound
That's
animals
why
were
the dinosaurs are way down there.
way down at the bottom. But he makes a very simple point that actually what any evolutionary biologist or any scientist will tell you is that if any creationist anywhere in the entire world could find a single example of one
rabbit.
fossil being in the wrong place, so one fossil, say one tyrannosaur
Rabbit
being
in the Cambrian.
being below a what do you call those trilobite or one
Basically
dog fossil
anything being in the
below-
wrong era
anything
that it
being in the
was.
wrong era and in the wrong strata of rock, just find one single fossil and the entire theory of evolution would be completely blown out of the water, and all scientists
We'd
would
have
go
to
back
completely
the drawing
rethink
board again.
everything.
We'd have to completely rethink this. But the fact of the matter is that has never ever been discovered for a very simple reason. It's got nothing to do with some animals being outrun others, because obviously that would just lead to, statistically, you would have more of one species surviving in a particular strata than others, but there would be others that would have been lucky or that might have been, I mean, it just doesn't stand up to any kind of logical reasoning whatsoever. But that's how, like, what's his fucking who's that Ham guy in America?
Ken Ham.
Ken Ham.
The New Zealand guy.
Yeah, that's his
fucking
argument.
Always Kiwis.
Yeah,
A
Vikings.
brontosaurus obviously would drown, whereas a dog might be able to outrun the floodwaters for a
Yeah,
bit
that's
longer.
how it
So
works.
that's why they're higher.
Well,
How
what
long
about
is a
all the-
brontosaurus's
What about all the
legs?
small dinosaurs, though, right? And
Wait,
even
wait.
the dinosaurs that could
How long
fly,
is a
but-
brontosaurus'
Well, exactly.
legs?
The flying dinosaurs, which are all several millions of years lower in the rock strata than like mammals.
Hold on, I still need to. Alright, how long is a brontosaurus's legs? Because you could still reasonably assume, according to their theory, well, what if a brontosaurus just took longer strides than the dog?
Well,
and it walked its way up the hill, and the dog got tired and drowned. You know what I mean?
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
What if it just outlasted
dinosaurs drowned in the Great
Look, we
Flood?
don't care about your fucking alien stuff. We're trying to keep this.
No.
What about all the fucking aquatic dinosaurs with the fucking long necks?
So
Yeah, how did they drown?
The brontosaurus didn't drown because its neck was so long, so it could put its head above water.
Okay.
But then it had to fight off ancient sharks
God,
that were in
Jesus
the water
Christ.
to eat it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Milixon. How did all of the water animals drown?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Dinosaurs or whatever the fuck they're called.
and all the flying dinosaurs. Why are they all so many strata below?
Because of the devil.
Well, no, they don't cite the devil as the cause.
Well,
they,
there are
they,
some
they,
that
they
do,
cite
but it's
That is an argument that the devil
over the
planted
space of
fossils.
a week or however long
Yeah.
the flood was supposed to have lasted. All of the slow moving.
You know what I love
dinosaurs.
about that argument about the devil planting fossils is that they can just invent the fairy tale to like counter anything that anyone ever brings up. It's like, oh, the devil did this. Oh,
Yeah.
it's all in the plan. It's
Yeah.
like you
I
can't reasonably argue against
or
it.
how
So you
we
got to
see
make
light
something
from
up.
stars, which they also admit are tens of thousands or billions of millions of light years away. But how we have light here if the world is only 7,000, the universe is only 7,000 years old, and they just say, well, God must have just created the universe with that light already on its way to it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
fuck's sake.
it's
God's
just,
a pretty poor fucking architect then.
It's just
You
so
fucking
fucking-
dickheads.
But I
I
also
saw a
fi-
great video on Twitter, a picture on Twitter with animals going into the ark, and it zoomed in on the two lions, and they were both males because they had manes, and the caption was, "Good luck breeding them fuckers."
That's ridiculous too. Like the whole I love it because science fucking it's it's fucking Jurassic Park. Life finds a way. Science always finds a fucking way as well, right? So they measured because we can do this. An Egyptian royal
by the way,
cubits.
Jaeger, you were talking about those Delta lions, right? From that were bigger evolutionary or something.
yeah, you
There
laughed
were
at me because of that.
there's even another tribe of lions there in the same region that now has female lions with manes. So actually, the picture could be correct.
You laughed at me. You were
But,
like, "They were
back to
fucking
the-
stupid."
Right, so
You
they've
fucking
measured-
crazy aliens.
Oh,
Um,
the shit you said was still stupid, but the female lions is true actually.
They measured Noah's Ark.
well, hang on. You're assuming those lions' gender identity as well, aren't you?
Yeah,
Maybe they just identified as male lions and they were wearing wigs.
Oh, but they were actually like fertile female lions, but they just had manes.
So-
And that's like
they've measured Noah's Ark, right? And they've like based it off of the Egyptian measures. So they used the royal cubit of Egypt, and then they converted it, right? Because it's probably what they used to measure in. And Noah's Ark was 500 feet long, technically. No, the biggest
No, I
ship.
think it was supposed to be longer than that. I think.
Well, they
Because
roughly one of the
build one?
guesses.
They built one. Ken Hammer's built one in the States according to the biblical measurements, and it's,
Well, they
it's
have
fucking huge. I mean,
Well,
not,
they've have
I
it
mean,
from at least 400 foot to bigger, right? But the biggest wooden ship ever built is about 320 feet.
what's the Wyoming?
Wyoming,
Yeah.
right? The problem with the biggest ship ever, the longest
It would
wooden
twist
ship
in the
ever built
waves.
was it's too long to the point where the construction doesn't work.
It's like
And steel has to
it
take
actually
over.
the wood actually starts
Bends
bending and twisting
and
in the
moving,
waves,
yeah,
and
and it
actually
sank.
the gaps but in between the beams.
the
actually,
water would get in.
The water would actually get in
Yeah,
the
it
fucking
sank.
ship.
Right? So technically Noah's Ark could be from half the size of the Titanic to bigger. How the fuck? And don't you fucking like they probably bring up some shit of argument, but by the power of God, like how can-
animals. They only took the little baby
But it doesn't matter. That's not how engineering works. Like, oh, I only took baby fucking sailors on the ship.
baby.
well, and why did say, for example, entire classes of animals like the marsupials, then all immediately make a beeline directly for the Antipodes without
that's,
leaving any fossils on route while they were there. They just all went there within a few weeks.
They were teleported.
They were teleported by
The
God.
Game of
by
Thrones season.
ancient aliens.
Oh my god, they're using the same technology the characters in Game of Thrones season 7 use. Oh my god, we can need to harness this. No, but in all seriousness,
It's just a child could see through the holes in these conversations. and
Well,
that's-
a child has not been indoctrinated by this shit.
well, yeah, it really is an indoctrination.
people are scared of death too. Is one of the big reasons they believe in the fairy tale, because they think when they die, like fucking Cloudbreaker was like, oh, so you think everything just goes black when you're dead? It's like, yeah, I rot in the ground.
I actually find it a very peaceful idea, right?
I think so as well. I recently had a general anaesthetic, and I was thinking, well, if that level of oblivion is all that you've got to fear, then it's like, well, I'm not that worried about it at all, to be honest.
Would be counted as bliss. I mean, there's people that have technically died, and they say it's just gone black, and there is nothing at the end of the fucking tunnel. And when there was, and they've been resuscitated, like just everything went black. It's like going to fucking bed and just not waking up. You know what I mean?
This is why I will put my brain in a robot and live.
Are you scared of death?
I don't want to fucking die.
Nobody wants to die, but I think the best thing any person could ever do is not fearing death.
No, I mean the process of
liberating.
Death, whatever illness is going to kill you is scary, obviously, but the actual moment of death doesn't scare me particularly at all.
I would only feel I feel a bit sad now that I know that one day it's not going to be.
Yeah, or that
of course.
People, the people, your loved ones are going to carry on living without you, and you're going to miss out on things. The whole planet is just going to carry on without you, right? And I want to know what's going to happen, right?
That's why people. That's the scary part.
It's the one thing that every single living thing
has experienced.
Well, no, has experienced. Everything that's ever lived has experienced it. And unless we manage to develop some scientific.
Well, there's an interesting topic about that, and about how they could almost make it so that your body's immortal, but they don't know how they would stop you from still suffering from dementia. Can you imagine living forever but losing your mind anyway with dementia or Alzheimer's?
There's no point to living if you don't have your mind.
Well, yeah, but that's a degenerative disease. If you can cheat death through genetics, you can probably cheat that kind of degenerative illness as well.
But they say they're supposedly close to stopping people from dying, but they don't have no fucking clue on how to stop people with, Alzheimer's from getting Alzheimer's. Which I would rather die than fucking live forever with fucking Alzheimer's disease and forget people.
They're not making progress on this issue, but
it's very fucking difficult.
It's a very strange problem because when you
with cancer research and shit, it's just very difficult.
Those are different problems because cancer research. I mean, every cancer is different, right? So it's but the fundamentals are the same for every cancer, but every cancer is genetically different, so that's why it's hard to treat. I mean, if every cancer would have the same genetic problem in its code, then it will be very easy to treat with gen therapy. But right now, I mean, we can treat cancer with gen therapy, but it's just very costly to make an individual gen therapy cure for every cancer patient. It's just not something we can do yet. Now with the invention of CRISPR-Cas, I don't know if you know about that new revolution in the fucking DNA industry, but we're getting to a point where it actually will become more cost effective to start treating people with these gen therapies, right? So I think in the long run this will cure cancer. And I lost my original train of thought. I was talking about something.
Yeah, as long as we can cure that fucking horrible disease.
Yeah,
I think it fucking matters.
I think it won't even take that long. I think we're gonna see a world where cancer is not that big of a deal anymore.
That's a good world to fucking live in.
Yeah, I think we're getting there.
Cancer is a pretty. I mean, I don't give a fuck when people fucking joke about it, but at the end of the day, it's such a shitty fucking thing for someone to go through.
It's a fucking shitty way to go.
Oh yeah.
Give me my robot body.
You're not gonna.
Jaeger, you're gonna fucking die of a heart attack before you get a chance of a robot fucking body. Right? You can stop drinking Coke all you want. The damage is fucking done.
Yeah, it's a
dead man walking here.
Man. Jesus
you got
Christ.
A dead man walking.
Savage Savageometer just went off.
They just freeze my body, and then I'll wake up and they.
Well, they did that to somebody and it fucking killed them.
What, are you gonna wake up in the USS Enterprise or some shit?
Klingons found you. What the fuck is a Klingon?
You think you're the kind of Khan character, but it just turns out you're like this kind of overweight man from the 21st century with a fucking beard. That's it.
But no, but maybe it'll be discovered in centuries to come, frozen, and it'll be like,
I want to see Jaeger squeeze into a Starfleet uniform.
And like, he'll be known as, I don't know, Essex Man or something.
Jaeger, the Pig King of Essex.
Essex Man.
Pig King of Essex.
I'm the Pig King of Essex.
Is Jaeger Robert?
We've found a corrupted data pad, and it
Jaeger
has details of what he is in his house, and apparently he is a king of pigs.
Is Jaeger Robert Baratheon of this team speak? Just asking.
I haven't spent all my money on drink and whores. Yeah.
No, you did that a while ago and then you stopped. Thank God for Jaeger. And his tits.
Big floppy man tits.
Oh, yeah.
On a motorboat with floppies.
Oh, that's a pity.
Don't wear a bra. There's some pretty interesting people in these. There's a guy here called Epic Meme Lord 420.
How cute.
And there was a guy yesterday called. Earlier, the name of the server was called Madeline McCann.
Must have been a hard one to find.
Oh!
I did have trouble connecting to it.
They also had fucking trouble connecting to the dots too.
Have you heard of the Hieronymus is gone. He always does this. No, he keeps doing that. He always gets more alcohol, you see.
Oh, I think he gets sneaky in between blowjobs.
Yeah, like a wee mini one, like a half one, like
a half blowjob.
Yeah.
Well,
is Steam down for anyone else?
Yeah.
Okay, must be doing their thing or whatever.
Yeah, no connection.
Yeah, Steam's doing their tingo. It's fucking worldwide too. That's freaky.
Just Adam. You know, he did his thing with his girlfriend.
Sorry.
So has he actually broken up with her yet?
No, apparently they had lunch and they're trying to figure out what to do next.
He's gonna
have he's gonna have a Las Vegas shotgun wedding.
Yeah, she's gonna pressure him to marry him, and then he's gotta take some shitty janitor job.
Reminds me of that quest in The Witcher.
Then 2 years later, they hate each other and get divorced.
Reminds me of the Witcher quest where you have to. There's a knight that's like sworn to kill like a big beast. It's a
you just beat him up every
a lesson or whatever, and he's like, I've sworn to defeat this beast for all of the for my dear wife, and then you figure out that he doesn't actually want to marry her, and then I told him to grow a pair of fucking balls. It's like Adam. He's like, yes, I will not marry her, and then whenever you get back and you get your paid for the quest, she's like, yeah, we're getting married next week, and like, yep, that's Adam.
Doesn't he get killed? He can get killed though, can't he?
Yeah.
I can only remember that guy that fights for Lady Blueberry or some shit. Like this.
I will fight you, and then the last time you do it,
oh, him, and then you kill him in the end.
Got a bunch of goons, and you just give him your swords
like,
and punch him to death.
No, I didn't do the give the swords thing because at that time I just wanted to mercilessly slaughter those people. But
I think yourself from giving you a sword.
I think it just killed him the first time around.
I can just imagine a live-action HBO series with Dylan Barry where a guy comes up to him and he's like, "Could you come with us?" And then Dylan Barry's like, "Hold this," and he just gives him the sword and then smacks him around the face. And that's how he fucking does it. That'll be amazing.
Dylan Barry. I'm the only black witcher around here. I trained in the school of the night because I was black and they couldn't.
The night owl. The night owl. Ooh. Ooh. That's what a sword sounds like when he swings it. There's like holes in it. They make an oil noise.
Instead of his medallion humming, it's oohing.
Hieronymus is back to listening to the oil sounds. Oh, there it is. There's the classic meme. It flies off.
I wondered where the conversation had got to.
It's degenerated. That delete today. Are you still playing it?
I am actually. I'm finding it quite relaxing.
Oh,
fuck
off!
I'm just exploring. It's fine.
Oh yeah. You looking forward to the
things are really just killer.
Going places for no man.
Fucking kill yourself, you convict.
Convict.
Well, we were talking about stereotypes earlier, weren't we?
Remember that terror owl from the Netherlands, Jaeger? Yeah, they got him.
Oh, I remember the terror owl that like terrorized the community and attacked people. Like, it would wait for you to come out of your house and then it would attack you.
Yeah, like literally, there was this village in the Netherlands where there was this owl that started attacking people.
So, Hieronymus, have you watched the trailer for the Thargoid stuff?
Yeah, I did see the last.
Where the pilot says to his gunner,
Yeah.
evasive maneuvers, and it's like, hold on a second, you didn't know your own game, do you? What did you think of the trailer?
I didn't.
Speak your mind, sir.
Didn't really do a great deal for me, to be honest. I think what they're suggesting is that there's going to be loads of some new upgrades to cut into Thargoids, and that you're probably going to need to wing up in order to do it or something. I don't really know. But if it just exists within a...
Do you want to hear my theory?
Go on.
Fucking hell.
Hang on, does this involve ancient aliens and...
No.
You have to engineer a modification, right? Then you have to get hyper-indicted to fight the Thargoids. And there's going to be no conflict zones. You have to get hyper-indicted to fight them.
Well, I think that's better than having conflict zones, personally. But yeah, still...
Sounds more boring.
Yeah, probably boring. And it's kind of suggested that you kind of sort of need a wing to do it in. And yeah, you're right, I didn't even think about that. I thought you could just buy some new weapons, but you're right, they're going to make you fucking grind for them, aren't they?
Yes.
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 You have to fly all the way out to Colonia. Once you get to Colonia, you have to do all that engineering shit. Just to get a stupid fucking module so you can get interdicted by the Thargoids or some shit.
Personally, the Thargoids aren't, like, the game's fucking dead, right? At this point...
I'm actually looking at the player count and it's still, like, steadily just dropping bit by bit.
No, I don't know. People, well, maybe.
You know, you're doing
the...
No, we need to
average
avoid...
players was 4,803 on Steam, then 3,900, so that's a drop of at least 1,000 people.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a drop, yeah.
Don't do the fanboy thing of just being like...
No, not at all. Don't get
No, I'm just saying, like, they have an awful fucking habit of saying, well, I saw, like, 5 people in open play, so that means the community is thriving.
Whenever I've looked at the Steam charts, it's always been relatively stable, around 5,000. Obviously, a lot of them are noobs.
It's definitely dropping in the last 5
months.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely. The only increase was in July, and then they gained 1,200 people in July, and then next month they lost 894.
Yeah.
Only keeping about 400 people, and then this month, in the last 30 days, 32
I really wonder
people.
what their stats for the PS4 are, because they released it on PS4, right?
Yeah.
So, and I wonder, I mean, those are really different kind of gamers, console gamers, right? And I imagine they have like a lower attention span, just because they're console gamers.
That and Elite is a clunky game as it is. It just isn't built for console.
I want to say it's less than 100,000, because if you go on to their Reddit, I think they have the PS1 Reddit, you take that number, and then you take the number of sales they have. I think Xbox One had about, I want to say 50,000 sales. That's retail sales, but I don't know how many people they retained from them 50,000. I'd say.
No, that's the thing. I would,
maybe of that.
I would think that a lot of people just play it for a bit and then they find out that this game is just too grindy for them, right? And they just quit. But maybe that's a bit. Maybe I think too lowly of console gamers. Granny surprise.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a surprise anymore, then, is it?
There might be a way to, if you on PS4.
Yeah, so I find a website.
You might be able to look at how many people have got like the easiest trophy
so
to get.
I have a website
how many people have got
about this. I'm not sure where it gets its fucking
data.
Where it gets it from, but apparently 4,713 people own ED. This might be a trophy site, you see, and they're basing it off of this.
Only 4,000?
You look at the easiest trophy they can
only
get.
4,000 people own it?
Yeah.
On PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's really low numbers.
Yeah, that is.
Well, when you look at Elite, right, and fucking Electron said something really dumb to me one day about fucking ED. About how CD Projekt Red have an easier time developing The Witcher because it's a single player game than FDev, because apparently Elite is a multiplayer game, even though it has fuck all to do with multiplayer. But anyway, that's not really the fucking
Tell that to
gist.
Eidos Montreal, that fucking shit packet of a fucking
Right.
Memory leaks, fucking bad optimization, fucking bugs.
When it comes to video games, like if you're hitting 4,000 people a day, I mean, if you're the developer of RimWorld, or you're the developer, if you're like a 2-man team and you have 4,000 people playing a day, I'd say that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
that's good. Like, you've succeeded, you've made money, and you're consistently keeping players. If you're a company that has at least up to 400 employees, is currently developing 3 games, and you're only hitting 4,000 players a day, that's not good enough.
Well, you can also just see it in the Steam chart, right? You see, like, in the first few
the curve?
years, yeah, the curve is just dramatic.
It's an increase, like it increases and then it gets to its peak, and then
you see exactly where the updates are, and then you see the fucking
drop off.
Bottom out.
Also, you have to remember their business model. So their business model is to make money and to make games to make money. They got the investment from Kickstarter backers for Elite. They then make the game, they hit their quality resonance, and then the money that they have left over, that is profit.
Yeah, disclaimer.
User
Quality
money.
resonance is a term Braben invented.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I've used it. And then they move on.
We hold no copyright against this. Lawyers of Frontier Developments can suck my cock.
But that's the problem, though. That what they do is they make a game to make enough money to make another game, and their whole business model is first time sales. When they release the game, after that they don't give a fuck. First time sales, and that they'll get to a point where they'll just start shoveling out more shit. Like they were before when they were doing connectables and all that shit, and then they'll come to a point where
I want to say
Elite get to haze, and then they lose so much money they can't keep on with that fucking model.
I want to say they remind me of Sony or any big company at the minute that's making movies, and they're putting all their money and their funds into making like this big fucking. They're trying to make this hit, like the hit film that makes $1 billion, so they can fund everything else. That's what Elite is. They tried to make this hit, like this game that makes them all their money to fund the other games. The same reason, but it didn't quite make them. Yeah, that's exactly what. There's a really good analogy called the cash cow stairwell somebody used. But basically, Elite exists to fund Planet Coaster, to fund Jurassic Park game, to fund future project. Any money they get after the fact is a bonus.
Well, to play devil's advocate, is it not possible that they've signed a deal to make a franchise like the Jurassic Park thing in order to fund Elite, which, given that David Braben's been involved with the project since he was about 19, you'd think this was closer to his heart than fucking Jurassic Park.
I would also say Braben's a businessman.
Where's the funding? Where's the investment that's gone back into Elite?
Well, I don't know, but maybe I'm saying when they start making money out of this Jurassic Park franchise, maybe they'll feed that money back into Elite.
Maybe they'll build another office like they've already done.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Get cancer and die, bitches.
Oh. I don't know, I mean they could, but it's looking at track records with Frontier, like every time there's an update or every time there's a patch, like I feel like they won't put any more money in than they have to. No?
Come high. From all the updates that Elite has had, they're bare bones.
And they get less every time as well.
But is that not, and I don't know, but is that not more of a issue with the design ethos of the game and fucking Dandro and what have you and all the other things that you guys are speaking about over time?
Is that the word? The amalgamation of issues? I think that's the right use of that word.
If they're making money to fund them, why are all the updates and stuff lackluster and all the things that they've promised? Said, hey, this is going to be in this update, and then it turns out, then things are not that. Well, like, where's the money? Why are they so?
But is it money though, or is it just like? I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, like the CQC update, fucking Power Play, the engineers, they put a lot of work into them. They were just completely ill-designed and stupidly conceived ideas about what they wanted.
Yeah, you can tell. Like, there's parts, like you have to give credit where credit due. There's parts of Elite where you can tell there's people behind what they have to do that are quite talented at their job. And then there's parts of Elite where you think, who the fuck designed this? Like, the UI team is at sack them, because the UI, like, part of me hopes that the UI is the design choice, because if you ask me, Elite's UI is a fucking mess. It's completely impractical, doesn't give the user, like, Like, they keep adding shit to the UI, so it used to be able to tell you what system you're jumping to and how far away it got, and then they would add like another bit that tells you the same information in front of you and the same thing, and then they'd add another bit, and then they'd add another, you know? They keep adding these different fucking things to tell you the same information that clutters up. Like, I don't need to know in the you know, in the top right where a notification comes up and then auto deletes after a while. I don't need to know that I'm jumping, then have it come up in front of me, then also have the target destination lit up in front of me, and then on the bottom left have it tell me where I'm jumping to either. Like, you can be using the space more effectively. Also, the UI is hard to fucking navigate. I've got to use all these different buttons, and I have to use the WASD keys or whatever to navigate the menus, and everything's a fucking menu, you know what I mean? If I want to get the power play, I've got to go to the, or Galnet, I've got to go to the Galactic Power screen, and I've got to fuck about there, or if I want to go and look at my ship statistics, I've got to go to a certain panel, and then I've got to scroll across until I get the statistics, and then I've got to scroll down. You know, it's like, who the fuck made this? Who fucking made this? Then you have the person that does the graphics, or you have the person that does sound design. It's like, okay, then they clearly know what they're fucking doing when it comes to fucking
but
doing this shit.
These aren't lack of money issues though, are they? These are just
I'd say
design
not.
decisions.
I'd say funding's a big thing, and when it comes to UI, maybe they don't have enough. Like, that's not where they're putting their effort. It's into designing something like CQC, so UI just gets the shit end of the stick, so they don't give it the funding it needs.
Yeah, well, that's part of the problem, I think. Yeah,
Like,
they've
you're
spent
inventing.
They've spent a lot of money on these headline features which nobody asked for, nobody wanted, and that have been poorly executed as well. But certainly no one asked. CQC was a dreadful concept.
Not even that it was like a. The reason CQC exists is because they wanted like a competitive multiplayer fucking like fighter thing.
As everybody who's ever fucking played the game says, if they just integrated it into the main game,
that's the problem.
It would have worked. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, hello.
How you doing?
Sorry, I saw
What
you
news?
online.
What news?
Yes, I said hey to you earlier and you ignored me, you bitch.
What are you talking about? Never got a hate from you, and I was also PvP.
I hate
The
you.
fucking millennial.
You break my heart, man.
I was in
You
a
break
fucking
my,
wing fight, man.
break my
Oh
fucking
no.
heart.
What with your
news?
AOD fags?
What news?
No, dude, I'm not an AOD anymore.
Well, you're staying an army until that's confirmed.
That's fine. You can keep me as an army.
What news?
How are you, mate? Yeah, alright?
I'm good, yeah.
Jaeger wants to know if you fucked your girlfriend.
No, I'm still in trouble.
No, I
bitch.
thought it had been resolved.
No.
Oh,
I mean,
just break
I'm
up
allowed
with
to
her.
date her now, but they still.
They don't hate you. They just
I
don't,
know,
they
fucking
just don't
sick
use
as a bitch.
deflower their beautiful girl.
I didn't deflower her though.
Hit with your fingers.
Yeah, you're taking too long. That's your fucking fault. If you just got it over with, you wouldn't be in this situation. You'd be on to your next one.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Instead, you're too busy
Anyway, how's
farming that.
life in general?
It's pretty good. I mean, I'm in the Air Force. So,
You're actually
Yeah.
there, mate.
I am in the Air Force, yes.
When do you begin BT?
August 7th.
Dear.
Sorry? Next
Oh,
year?
I
August
have
7th.
11 months. I'm in the reserves, inactive reserve right now, so.
Mate, I think, to be fair to you, I think that's pretty cool. You said you were going to do it and you've fucking done it. And remarkably short space of time, it seems, as well.
Yeah, I made this decision like a year ago, so.
It's been that long, is it?
Yep.
Well, fair play for that kind of commitment.
Well, I mean, it's what I wanted to do. Nothing's holding me back. Just like that one guy says, there's nothing holding me back. That's all.
What does this mean for you and your potential future wife, though?
Well, I've come to a conclusion that if she wants to break up with me, she can break up with me. I don't give a fuck. I will live my life without her, and I will fuck other people. If she wants to stay
Good,
with me,
he's
she can
finally
stay with
grown
me.
out
She
of
can
the
actually
whole
be
we want to
loyal
get
me,
married
I don't give a
thing.
fuck.
Okay. This is a
I
step
mean,
in the right
if she
direction.
wants to stay with me, maybe, but I mean, same old shit. If she wants to get married when we're fucking 50, sure. So, y'all.
Well, I think at 17, the chance of you being with the girl you're going to marry is pretty fucking slim.
And when she's 15, so yeah. So I mean, she's been really shady lately. I'm just like, I haven't told her anything, but like the guys I've been talking to in new clan I'm in.
What is it?
Nomads.
What have they been telling you? What have they been telling you?
Oh no, they were just giving me some cool advice. Like, I'm 17. I'm being way too stressed out with this one girl, and it's not.
You've only just met these people, and you're telling them your life story.
They're good guys. Some of them.
Yeah, well, that's his decision. But anyway, to be fair, regardless, it sounds like their advice is probably true. Yeah, get too hung up on the first girl that you have a relationship with is insane. You need to meet several other girls before you decide what kind of girl you want to marry.
Like, the reason I wanted to get in a relationship is to have fun. I'm not really having much fun. I've been on like 2 dates with her in 6 months. It's kind of ridiculous. So
yeah, kick her to the curb, mate.
So I mean, if she wants to stay around, sure, stay around. You're gonna deal with me being a pilot and being deployed every 2 years. So.
Well, she won't care. She'll be sucking everybody else off. We fucking told you this.
And if she wants to do that, I'll break up with her. I don't give a shit. If she wants to go for other people, she can go for other people, and I'll go for my other people, and we'll be done forever.
I have no idea what kind of guy you are as well, but I would say you probably want to fucking enjoy sleeping around a bit before you choose someone you want to marry, for God's sake.
Yeah, I would fucking love that. Like, I'm a very loyal person, but at the moment, I'm like, I want to have some fun.
No, you're not. You joined AOD and ditched us.
I ditched AOD and joined Nomads.
Okay, good. You just disproved your entire point about
I
loyalty.
didn't ditch you. You guys don't play Elite anymore. Hieronymus and Nug plays Elite. Nug is in another player.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck. There's a reason I don't play Elite anymore.
Exactly. So I mean,
because it sucks.
I still play with you guys. I play like World of
Clan.
Warships once in a while. I play. Well, you don't play McWarrior with me, but I play like World of Tanks sometimes. We still play.
We're not an Elite clan anymore. That's why.
Well, yeah, I mean, why stick around and be solo? I felt like killing some people with some other people. Yeah, I didn't leave you guys. I'm still IPC
we left
member.
We left the league.
Yeah, I mean, if I had left you, I wouldn't come in the Newsweek. Like, I got banned from the Newsweek and AOD.
But you got banned from what?
The TS and AOD.
You know,
well,
the
they
saying.
ban you when you leave AOD because they have so many members. They have to get rid of your perms.
You know the saying, and everybody says they hate to say it. You know the saying, Thomas?
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, what? I thought the saying was, I hate to say it.
No, but they say it before they're going to say a specific saying. I hate to say
Oh, I told you so.
Yeah, but I...
Told you so.
But I did. Oh, yeah, sure.
told you AOD are a bunch of cunts, right?
Yeah, I got annoyed at all their rules, and I told them straight
right.
Hey, I'm going into the military, I want to be fucked with. That's why I joined.
You're going to have enough shit in the military. You're going to have enough shit in the military to deal with when it comes to command structure. Never mind going home to play a fucking computer game and then have somebody like fucking Shameless or his fucking guy up above him shitting on you because they have an ego thing.
Yeah, that's why I said, fuck this. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to say nigger in the TS if I want to.
God. Well, there is a time and a place for that kind of stuff, by the way.
I did a couple times. They were like, hey, motherfucker, shut up.
Is that why you got thrown out?
What? No, that's not. I didn't get thrown out.
This is first taste of rebellion, Romulus.
I wrote a resignation letter.
Oh my god.
And then said, see ya. No, I mean, you don't have to. I could have just said, Shameless, ban me right now. I want you to perma-ban me, and he could have, but I just told everyone that I was leaving. I had a civil conversation saying, hey, I don't want the rules anymore. They all understood, and I was gone.
I am gonna write a letter of resignation.
That's so homosexual. I didn't even write a letter of resignation from my last job. I just walked out.
Oh, no, I'm a civil person.
You don't need to fucking.
I like to be formal.
But it's a computer game. Like, why do you need to write a letter of resignation? From now on, if you're leaving the IPC, you gotta write a letter of resignation to me personally. And that's a £10 fee. Gotta pay for the TeamSpeak sometime.
You need to fill out a form X3-34771B if you want to leave.
They'll send you a P45 in the post, but there won't be anything on it.
Alright, what are you doing in game right
now? I'm just exploring basically, and not doing anything. I'm kind of going to switch off in a minute, I think.
bored, that's what he's saying.
I'm at Quince. I'm making a ton.
Oh,
I'm kind of slowly making my way back to the bubble.
Oh yeah. I went over to Colonia, then I went to Sagittarius A in 2 days.
Really?
And I did that Neutron Stars.
You went to Sagittarius A in 2 days? Oh, from Colonia.
I went to Colonia, then to Sagittarius A, and back to the bubble.
I'm just gonna keep saying riveting.
Fucking hell, that must have taken you hours.
Yeah.
Well, that must have taken you about 2 days. Did you do anything else in that 2 days?
Hey man, when you've been cockblocked for so long, you got nothing to do.
I played War Thunder a little bit.
Oh dear.
I played a few hours of War Thunder, and that was just an elite.
Shameless is a pro at that game, you know that?
What?
Shameless is a pro at War Thunder.
Shameless is the best at that game,
man.
No, Shameless is actually pretty good at PUBG. He's not good at War Thunder, but he's good at PUBG. Cause dude, I literally asked Shameless most of the game. I was like, hey Shameless, wanna do some aerialistic battles and War Thunder? He's like, nah dude, I only play arcade. I'm like, yeah, I know. I pretty much made himself the FPI. You need to play some realistic.
A
friend of mine's pretty good at fucking PUBG. Doesn't mean he's
No, Shameless bought me PUBG and
I know, he also got you a headset.
Yeah. And I still threw it down his throat.
It's a lot of bribe money there.
Yeah.
No, me and Shameless are like brothers, man.
Oh yeah, me and Solomon are best mates. His price was an ED account.
Wait, what? He bought you an ED account, or you?
No, I'm making a contrast between your supposed friendship with Shameless and like me and Solomon. So I like Solomon, or at least I did. He was a cool dude.
Why does he come in?
Because his price was an ED account, that's why he doesn't come in.
What's that mean?
Solomon left the IPC because of fucking Susie, right? She was causing shit because she bought him an ED account.
That's right, yeah.
Solomon doesn't come in here now because I'm pretty sure he realized he fucked up.
I don't know if he still plays, to be honest.
No, he plays Transport Fever now.
Does he?
So Susie made him leave the IPC because...
Are you still in contact with him in this then? You see him online?
I don't talk to him though.
He plays a bit of Warship,
Yeah, we have a theory that he downloaded and installed the Jaeger and he's seen Jaeger been playing it to try and just talk to him. Like...
No, I mean...
well, I don't have anything.
I mean Elite though, do you see him in Elite, Adam?
I've never seen him in Elite, no.
Okay.
The amount of time I'm in Elite, I've never seen him in Elite. Not a single time. Not his old account, not his new account.
His computer went pop at one point and he got a new PC, and then I think he played it a wee bit after that, and then after that he stopped.
Where Adam on Steam? I haven't talked to that guy at all. Because I remember one time he tried talking to me, and I was like, oh, what's up, dude?
So what's going on in the bubble then, Adam?
Ton of PvP, Quince, which I'm not even in the bubble.
What kind of PvP do you get involved in these days?
Regular killing people. You know.
The fucking edgy, normie kind.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can kill people.
You can do what you want,
doesn't stop me criticizing you.
Do you mean pirating though, or what?
I don't
griefing, man.
Grief people, yes.
Grief people.
No, I don't grief like.
Hey, look, no, say that again, You're what? You're bored as...
hell.
There we go. Boom. Alright, Dookie. Nice
Fuck
to meet
you piece of shit. You trap. No, that's not what I meant. Like,
our trap's gay.
What happened with AOD was they had a rules of engagement where I had to only kill people that were wanted. And a lot of, like, free people, they're never wanted because they kill each other. But they kill themselves a lot, and they don't get wanted. So...
Okay, so you're not out noob hunting or anything? You're just...
No.
Yes.
No.
Hey, I know people. I know people.
Nomads goes noob hunting. And I've
We're
killed
the nomads. I am nomad.
No, do you know who Maztec is?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, he left AA and he made or he created it.
Who cares, to be honest?
Wonder why he left there.
Yeah, I wonder.
Because Silk was a cunt.
Oh, I wonder why.
I don't know, because he doesn't play the game.
Well, I don't play the game either, does that mean I'm a cunt?
Yes. You're a fucking salty cunt.
No, I'm just a cunt. You're never getting a my wet cunt.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go,
Fleeting, why?
What?
You don't talk to his new friends, you see. You know.
But no, I'm just gonna do some Quincy. Maybe watch a movie.
What are you gonna watch?
I'm gonna watch a movie.
Because socializing isn't, like, my generation, I guess, is really bad at this whole thing. And they're fucking assholes. Fortunately, Adam, I have to count you within the generation. It's a bit of a disgrace, to be honest.
Whatever.
What movie are you gonna watch?
I haven't figured it out yet. I might watch Ant-Man.
Oh. What about Transfivers?
It wasn't. I mean,
it was.
No, it was actually pretty shitty. Now I think about it.
It's the same fucking movie.
They fucked up so many times. Like he called that chick bro, dude. Then they also said like random. That was so mad.
What's wrong with calling a girl dude?
Well, no, it was just the way he
Stop
said
being
it.
transnormative.
What the fuck is transnormative?
I don't know. I heard it somewhere. I haven't figured that out yet. Transnormative heterosexual cis white man.
Who is he?
Transfivers 5.
I thought it was Transmorphers.
No, it's Transfivers. Maybe the next one will be called. No, the next one's the Bumblebee standalone film. Because that needs to happen. You should watch Alien.
Oh, Alien?
Yeah.
No. I will try.
Oh. Watch
it's a good film. You should do. I mean, you'll probably find it a little bit boring. I think. You've seen Aliens?
Yeah. No.
No. Oh well, you should definitely watch that. That's fucking one of the
Watch the first one first, though.
Greatest films of the fucking 20th century.
Oh yeah,
Aliens, yeah.
Yeah. I'd recommend at least watching the first one first, though.
Yeah.
Or at least watching it so you kind of get the fucking what's happening.
Watch the first one once and then fall in love with the second one, and yeah.
I love both those films.
Yeah, so do I, but then you can expect everyone to love the first one.
No, everyone's too busy watching it. And Annabelle Creations.
I don't know why not many people watch Robocop these days. I don't know why.
Robocop's a great film.
I know, but not many people know about it. Like back in the day.
My old man was complaining about Robocop or something the other day. About it being like the best fucking film out of the lot, but no one fucking watches it.
Okay, I'm gonna take off. I'll see you guys later.
Why?
I'm gonna go watch a movie. I'm gonna go watch Ant-Man. And I might call my girlfriend here in a little bit. Shut up. No, I already said I was gonna. I said I was gonna go play games with my cousin. That's a lie.
You even fucking triggered him.
Who's that?
Hieronymus.
Oh god.
Or
I'll see you later.
Or watch the John Carpenter's The Thing.
You mean it?
No, The Thing.
The Thing.
The
I
Thing.
think you'd like that one. Okay, I'll take off.
Yeah, watch that. That movie's really fun. It's a kid's film.
Okay.
Bye. Why does he have to go and watch a movie? What a trans hetero bag. Movie. What happened to Rollins? I know.
Oh, perfect. KB2 is strong con. It went
Oh, you're playing that?
Jack Panther.
Oh.
Like through the front of Jack Panther.
I'm gonna get a drink.
fuck, it's a joke, man. I don't think BT7's going to be able to do anything like that. Maybe track that? I don't know.
I think that's Hieronymus dead for the night. He's just disappeared. Maybe.
Oh, Jack, don't actually doing anything. Oh, fuck! I'm a car. I'm trying to know me. BT7 is strong punk.
Indeed.
Oh, he's fixing the fucking target. What the fuck do you miss a BT7 and Jack?
Fire!
Oh, fuck.
Зарядить осколочный!
Hey, BT7 is dead?
Yay.
What's this? Oh,
Another BT7.
No, I want to ask too though. Fuck. Oh wait, oh wait. Should I get an IS-1 now? IS-1 can't kill each other, can't you get it?
No, maybe, I'm not sure on that.
Maybe if I get it on the side. The fucking KV-85, but that's it. Oh. I'm not confident. I'm not confident in it.
Not confident, Captain.
Fuck it.
I'm watching that video about tier matchmaking being broken and someone has the mod or someone has XVM and they're drawing penises on the map pings.
Yeah.
Kind of fucking funny because you'll see it. No one else in the team without XVM sees it, but you see it, it's quite funny.
Back.
No, he's back. I didn't expect you to be back.
No, well, I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Conversation has returned.
Well, I thought it was my internet, and then I reconnected, and then it was telling me that TS was down.
Oh my.
All kinds of crazy shit was going on.
Then Adam left.
Fucking hell, just killed the car.
Adam's away to watch Ant-Man. I never watched Ant-Man. Has anyone watched it?
I haven't.
Still playing Elite Rhombus?
Well, I wasn't. No, I switched it off when the internet went down, but I came back in just to say. So I messaged Adam saying, "Is there a problem with TS?"